Hey everybody, Dragonfire here, and I'm coming at you with another one of my videos. And today we are returning to our all-time NBA team series. That's the all-time NBA team series. Yeah, right. Without any further ado, let's get to it. Today's team is the Portland Trail Blazers. They are one-time NBA champions, winning the championship in 1977. Um, yeah, some pretty good success pretty early on since the team was founded in 1970 and winning their first championship in 77. Not bad, but unfortunately for the Trailblazers fans and for the organization, the Trailblazers have only won one championship, so they have not been able to get another championship to add to their first one. Okay. Um, at point guard, I got Terry Porter. Terry Porter was a great point guard for the Portland Trail Blazers, and he is also was on those teams in the early 90s that went to the NBA Finals, losing to the Detroit Pistons in 1990 and to the Chicago Bulls in 1992. The year in between in 1991, I think they lost in the Western Conference Finals. If I'm not mistaken, in 91 they lost in the Western Conference Finals to the Los Angeles Lakers, who then went on to the NBA Finals to lose to the Chicago Bulls. So, but in the early 90s there, they had 3 years where they were a really good team led by Clyde Drexler. But before we get there, yeah, Terry Porter, Clyde Drexler were two great players from those teams. But yes, I do have Terry Porter as my all-time point guard. And then for my shooting guard, I am going to have Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard definitely became identified with the franchise in more recent times, but he's been kind of the franchise player, or was at least until he left the Blazers. I don't think he's on the Blazers anymore. I'm pretty sure he left. So, but he had some good years there with them nonetheless. I'm actually putting Clyde Drexler as my small forward. It just makes more sense for this particular lineup. I really feel like shooting guard and small forward are sometimes somewhat interchangeable positions anyway. So I don't mind at all having Clyde Drexler at the small forward spot, even though he mostly played shooting guard during his career. But the combination of him and Damian Lillard together will definitely be a high scoring duel right there for the Garden uh, forward spots there. All right, I'm going to power forward is LaMarcus Aldridge, more recent player compared to the other people in the starting lineup. And at center, I got Bill Walton. He's the only person to ever win an MVP in a Blazers uniform. And he also won Finals MVP when he took them to the championship. Um, the head coach is going to be their championship head coach, Jack Ramsey. And then on my second unit, I've got Jim Paxson and Jerome Kersey at the guards, Buck Williams and Rasheed Wallace at the forwards, and Arvydas Sabonis at center for the second unit. Now, these big guys, LaMarcus Aldridge from the starting lineup, who's the power forward, and then when you take some of the other big guys on the second unit, like Buck Williams, Rasheed Wallace, and Arvydas Sabonis. Those guys are gonna probably come in, probably gonna get a lot of playing time. The big guys for uh, uh, the Portland Trailblazers specifically because um, Bill Walton is so injury prone. And so, with the history of Bill Walton being definitely injury prone, if and when he gets injured, you're gonna have to you'll see the playing time of those other guys go up. for sure. Um, the big men there, like I said, on both the first and second unit, which would be mainly Lamar LaMarcus Aldridge, Buck Williams, Rasheed Wallace, and Arvydas Sabonis. They're going to have to pick up a lot of the slack if and when Bill Walton goes down with an injury to have this team, have a chance to be successful against the other all-time teams in this kind of imaginary scenario where they all play each other, right? So, um, Bill Walton staying healthy for an entire season would be a huge boost to the Trailblazers. It's just a question of whether or not that can actually happen. But when Bill Walton was on, he was one of the best of the best of the best. I'm telling you, he was up there. But just too many injuries during his career. So, um, and then for my third team, I have Damon Stoudemire and Bob Gross at the guards. Um, Clifford Robinson and Lamar and Marquise Lucas at the forwards, and Michael Thompson at center. So you guys may know Michael Thompson is Klay Thompson's dad. Um, but anyway, there's a good look here at my first, second, and third units, along with my all-time head coach. And yep, Portland Trailblazers one-time champions, founded in 1970. I hope I got the date right. Uh, but yeah, do you think this team would be good enough to make the playoffs in the Western Conference with all the other all-time ultimate teams? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks everybody. Dragonfire out.